John F. Kennedy by Paige Coleman. John F. Kennedy was born on May 29, 1917, in Massachusetts. He was raised in a large Irish-American family where he was the second eldest son and had 8 siblings. Kennedy's father, Joseph, was very active in politics and served as the American ambassador to the UK. Kennedy served in World War II. In the war, he was most known for saving his fellow soldiers. When their ship, the PT-109, was destroyed by a Japanese cruiser. After the war, Kennedy was pressured by his father to enter politics. Kennedy ran for Congress in Massachusetts' 11th District and was elected in 1948. Kennedy did not like serving in the House, so in 1952 he ran for a promotion and was elected to the U.S. Senate. He won a close race, ousting the incumbent Henry Lodge. Kennedy met his wife, Jacqueline, at a dinner party. Even while Jack was only a senator, Jackie was a very popular figure. She was a huge asset to her husband on the campaign trail. As the First Lady, Jackie would become known for the style and sophistication she would bring to the White House. The Kennedys had 2 children, Caroline and John Jr. In 1960, Kennedy ran for the presidency. He won the Democratic primary handily, though some were concerned about his Catholic faith. Kennedy maintained that he was independent from the Pope. The Republican nominee was Richard Nixon, who was the then vice president. Though the popular votes was very close, Kennedy prevailed due to his wide win in the Electoral College. Two major issues marked Kennedy's presidency. At home, the civil rights movement was at its peak in the early 1960s. To Kennedy, civil rights wasn't a legal issue, rather it was a moral obligation. He was summed up, moral courage is a more rare trait than bravery in battle or great intelligence. On the world stage, Kennedy was able to go toe-to-toe with the leader of the USSR, Khrushchev. Most often, the 2 nations conflicted over Cuba. This was especially seen during the Cuba Missile Crisis of 1962. Though threats of the nuclear war over Cuba loomed large, diplomacy finally won the day. In 1963, while campaigning in Dallas, Kennedy was shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. Though he was only 46 at the time of his death, Kennedy left a profound mark on the country and the world. Many Americans felt as if they knew him personally. The policy that Kennedy began in his term would set the course of both the Civil Rights Movement, which resulted in the Voting Rights Act in 1965, and the Cold War. Hundreds of thousands of young Americans were inspired by Kennedy's call to service and enlisted in the Peace Corps. Kennedy launched the program in 1961 as a means of helping with development abroad. Both of Kennedy's younger brothers were politicians themselves and worked to carry on his legacy. In his younger days, Bobby could often be seen on the campaign trail with John. Bobby went on to become a senator from New York. He was considered a front-runner for the presidency himself in 1968, but was assassinated after the Democratic Convention that year. The youngest Kennedy brother, Teddy, won John's old Senate seat in 1962. He served for almost 50 years. He was an outspoken advocate for the poor. Teddy's goal was that every American would have access to health care. Teddy died in 2009 at the age of 77. He was the only Kennedy brother who lived long enough to comb white hair. Fun facts. Kennedy was both the youngest man elected president at 43 and the youngest to die in office at 46. He had a reputation for being a womanizer. He reportedly had an affair with the famous actress Marilyn Monroe. Kennedy was known for his style. His favorite place to shop was Brooks Brothers, and he liked to wear sunglasses. Currently, there is one Kennedy in Congress. Joe Kennedy III represents Massachusetts in the U.S. House. This is the election of 1960 by congressional district. Red was Kennedy and blue was Nixon.